There's a ghost kayak under there, so it's a lesson that there are ghosts in the Key West. Even the lobsters have to worry about them. There are ghost traps that will continue to capture them even long after anyone's looking for them.
Ghost traps.
Turns out the hurricanes bring in these ghost traps, rips them loose, and still lobsters are found dead in them. Ghost ships even, maybe. And it's so quiet at Big Pine.
It's so quiet on the deer reserve.
You might think there's ghosts.
I just found out that those are illegal piers over there. Can you see the piers? They're illegal.
Ghost piers.
Talk about peer pressure. I also found out that these red lights...
Ghost lights.
Those red lights right there, they're because turtles, so that the turtles can find their way to the water. The red lights are facing the beach so that the turtles don't get confused, the baby turtles.
Because the turtles follow the stars.
I don't see any deer out here this morning.
The deers creep up like little ghosts, shuffling through the sand.
Bunch of deer on the beach.
One of these deers is pregnant. They just kind of float on by every morning. If you wake up early enough, you can witness them.
They're kind of fearless.
A quiet Atlantic Ocean, as smooth as any lake I've ever seen. It's remarkable. But we had to go to Key West, and we had to get out of Big Pine. As you can see, it's quite gorgeous. Great place for animals to hang out and cross the bridge. Get down to the next island. About 35 miles to the southernmost point of the United States of America.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Activism?
But nothing where I had to get processed and all that.
I'm afraid of getting arrested because
I don't recommend it.
Can you travel?
Yeah.
Meeting activists down here, they want to know about getting arrested and stuff like that and how I deal with cops. It was amazing because activists, when they're local, they can show you what's what down here, you know? They told me about a thing called the Keys disease. Apparently a lot of people, when they move down here, they end up getting involved in drugs and alcohol in a way that's really unhealthy. I didn't really think that I would witness it firsthand, to be honest with you. But when we saw a policeman approaching, we thought the policeman was approaching me and the truck, but that wasn't the case.
Curious to watch how you handle this.
Oh yeah, he's talking to me. He's just talking.
Oh, really? She's sick? Oh, she's drunk. Should I your hair?
I've been around a lot of drunk people, having worked in Las Vegas as a professional, been around a lot of cops. This policeman's trying to shoo her along, trying to get her to a place where she might, I don't know, seek some help. But she wouldn't leave Bella and Anthony alone, so she ended up becoming our ward. Well, Bella's ward.
If you're here for me, I'm moving in about 5 minutes. If you're here for me, I'll be gone in about 5 minutes. All right, cool. I couldn't tell. At first, I thought you were watching me.
Bella helped her find her shelter, but she said she was waiting for her brother. There's always a million stories.
Here, she's right behind you.
He's trying to keep her off people's porches and stuff, and he's trying to look the other way, but this guy's kind of in a messed up situation. But then again, shows luckily Bella was there. She's a sucker for a sob story. So she helps her out.
Did you ever see the Banksy one where he did this?
Was I surprised that a police officer asked me about a Banksy prank? I was very surprised. Here it is. This is what Banksy did. As you can see, it is a similar idea. It had a very similar effect on people that walked by and witnessed this thing. A bunch of stuffed animals that were very cute, animatronic. They cried. They looked abused. People really reacted to this. You'd think there'd be more vegans out there, as many people talk about this and remember this. Babies crying and the whole thing, you know? Banksy. He was good at it.
Back anyway.
Oh, it's nothing. It's the same. You got it right away. It's like a Banksy thing, exactly. Trying to get people to think for a second. I got these, like, here, I'll show you.
Woo! Give a talk about chickens.
Yeah, so the idea is just hopefully get people to think for a moment about what chickens go through and just
What about chickens that are raised humanely?
what does that mean?
No such a thing.
There's no such thing as an ethical way to own anyone else.
Right here, this is an African cemetery where people who were brought over to this country as slaves illegally, they were rescued by American ships, but because of the conditions, about 300 men and women died, and they're buried here at this beach. It's insane.
Even after the United States made human slavery illegal, there was still a slave trade, and Navy ships were employed to intercept these slave ships. And when they brought some of these people as free men and women to Key West, a lot of them still died because of the conditions of those slave ships. When you own someone, you can't consider every single thing about their health. After all, some of them are acceptable losses. Business. Nothing personal.
And one day if a wildflower feeds from this piece of soil and blossoms above its body, definitely there will be two flowers. One is you, one is me, by Nazim Hikmet. The best thing to hold on to in life is to each other.
Key West is home to the first AIDS memorial in the world.
The sky is blank but beautiful. Nothing will ever be the same. A cup of emptiness to fill. Symbols shaped into a name. The bees of the invisible. For what is it to die but to stand naked in the wind and to melt into the sun? What is it to cease breathing but to free the breath from its restless tides, that it might rise and expand and seek God unencumbered? Khalil Gibran.
During the AIDS epidemic, 700 people died by 1997. There are only 25,000 residents in Key West. More and more people, because it was such a disease people didn't understand, they came to Key West to die because no one understood what was going on, and many people were in hostile environments back at home.
But it's also kind of a work of art.
Today, 1,230
Out here in
people
Key West. I've noticed
are on
that
the monument.
There's an AIDS memorial and a slave cemetery. There's also a geodesic dome out there. Some kind of military embankment, I think.
Actually, 10 more names were added, bringing the number to 1,240 souls lost to AIDS on Key West.
Just the calm waters. I normally hate places like this because they're fishing places. Oh, the Rotary Club.
Most piers that I've come across in Florida have been dilapidated, remnants, relics of forgotten times taken away by countless hurricanes, but this one still stands, bruised and battered as it may be. Seaplanes still pass in the distance, taking people to Dry Tortugas, where you can commune with nature, be around animals. I've always wanted to land in water on a plane, and I've never done it. Maybe someday.
Sea turtles don't harass them, but you can keep killing all the fish. That's no problem. So like everyone knows that the #1 cause of plastic pollution in the ocean is fishing. They have little collectors so that we can have at least the people who are killing fish out here, they can put their monofilament lines in here and maybe kill a few fewer turtles. It's not the straws.
It's Fishers.
Ticket truck's gonna be in town. Sky's there. I said, oh, have him give me a call.
Carla's so cool.
Yeah, I said.